Hey guys, it's Beej. Welcome back to my channel. I am so stoked for today's video. I wanted to do a quick shout out to start and thank my sister Nina for literally the coolest gift ever. She got me this sign with the channel name on it. So that is so freaking cool. Thank you so much. I love you more than anything, which you already know that, but I just wanted to give you a shout out because that is so cool. So now we have a new part of the setup and I could not be happier about it. Now for today's video, I have something super fun and special in this package here. Now in the theme of Spooktober, all things spooky, we are going to do a palette review, but we're gonna do something fun and a little bit different. So here with me today, I ordered this actually, let's see, about like 2 weeks ago, just so you know, it didn't take that long to come in. So that's always a good plus. And yeah, this is something that I've seen all over TikTok and it's been widely popular and I had to get my hands on it and give it a try. So it is the Matte Lashes Euphoria Glow palette. It is literally stunning. We're gonna get to go ahead and open her up and check her out today. And yeah, let's do a grand reveal like we love to do on this channel. Gonna take out that protective sleeve like we usually do. And what? Like, guys, do we see that? Never gets old. I love lifting up these lids and just seeing the inside of these palettes and just thriving and living for them. So, also there's a little sticker across the mirror here. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a good peel. Here she is in all her glory. So what's really cool about this palette is all of these shades here on this half are all UV reflective. So we'll get to see that later, which is why we're throwing in a little spooky bit, because we could do some fun makeup for Halloween costumes, all that kind of stuff with the black lights and everything. And then also for my Rave fam and my EDM community, you can go ahead and do some sick, really cool things with your makeup to wear to raves and festivals, which is also what I'm planning on doing. So if we are ready to get glam, as always, ready for another one, let's do it. Alrighty guys, so we are all good and set and ready to go. Now for today's video, I thought it would be fun if we tried out this sample that I got from the lovely Miss Sephora for my birthday. Now, if you didn't know, if you're a beauty insider, on your birthday within that month, you can get a free gift. So what I chose was the sample box for the Milk makeup from Milk Cosmetics. So we're gonna go ahead and try those out. Now also, I did mention in a couple of the last makeup videos that I did, but I am going to start straying away from using foundation for a little bit because the skin is actually doing pretty good since we've been inside for the most part with quarantine. So we're not gonna go in with foundation, but we are still gonna prime the face so that we can go ahead and put on some blush and some highlight and all the other goodies that we like to do on the face. But just wanted to give that heads up and that forewarning. So one of the things in the box which we're going to get to use today is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So we're gonna go ahead and try that out first. Now this one's interesting to me because it's very clear and liquidy, and I like that. So it's getting more of like the hydrating feel, which I absolutely love for my skin. That's my favorite. I always go for more of a dewy vibe. So definitely digging this so far. We're just gonna have to see how it feels on the skin. But so far, so great. It's going on very, like I said, hydrating, very like wet look, which is always a move that I enjoy. And it's clear, unlike the Pore and Shine Control Primer that I usually use from NARS. And that one is like a white, creamier base for a primer, so this is definitely a different vibe for me, but I'm liking the way that it feels. So now that we have the face all primed up and ready to go, it is time to dip into the palette. Yay! So as always guys, I always give the disclaimer, don't know the names of my brushes. They came in the regular Morphe starter kit in terms of like, here's your shadow brushes that you will desperately need, and you can get away with just these, and then if you want to go out obviously after that and go get some more power to you, you know? So I was like, okay, I'm game on that, because just starting out, so didn't need anything super intricate or elaborate. I will hopefully at some point get some brushes that do have names so that I can start telling you guys exactly what it is that we're using. But here we are. We're not doing that now. So I am, however, going to go ahead and zoom you guys in just a little bit so that way we can go ahead and be closer to the face. Alrighty, so we are all zoomed in and ready to go. So I'm gonna take this, one of my little bigger-ish brushes, and I'm thinking today that we are going to go ahead and do first, and also just so you know as well, none of these shades have names. So we're just gonna go based off of colors. I'll point, I'll show you, and good to go from there. So I wanna go in first. I think we're gonna do a lot of these fun neon shades, obviously, on the side here, the ones that are like just plain colors, and then we're gonna go ahead and kind of top them a little bit with their sparkly counterparts. So I'm gonna go in first with this neon green here down at the bottom. How are we doing today? Like, what is up? What is good? We're gonna do more of, I think, like a fun like halo effect today with the makeup, so just follow along with me on there and we're just gonna see where it leads. So already as it is, I can say that because these shades are more like your neon colors, given the fact that my skin is a little bit darker, it's gonna come on kind of light, which is expected and totally okay. But with that being said, gonna have to pack on just a little bit more. I can say that I'm sure that if you're a little bit more fair-skinned, that the coloration from this would definitely track a lot better and pick up more, but that is not to say that this can't be worn by everybody, so do not be discouraged on that front. We're going down the rabbit hole together, we're doing it, and it's gonna be great. So I have that neon green color there just on the lid itself. And then I wanna go in with this yellow from the top here in the top corner. And I want to go ahead and take it and put it towards the top. Also, how are we doing? It's been about 2 weeks since I have been on here and we've gotten to chat at all. A lot of things have happened in the past 2 weeks. The second debate got canceled, so that's very interesting, but go figure that that would happen because, you know, we know he would want to try to avoid doing the one where he actually had to answer questions from the people that are actually going to vote for him or not, or vote for them, I should say. And so we know that that got like changed around and fixed and stuff, so that's unfortunate. And then here we are 2 weeks later and still nothing, but the next debate is happening soon, so that'll be interesting. I think by the time that this video comes out, the debate will have happened, so very intrigued by that. I also did see that they're going to be muting mics when the other person is not talking, and honestly, yes, please, because they're not gonna lie, there was a little bit of back and forth between the two of them. There was obviously one person that was doing a lot more of the speaking over the other person. We know that because we saw it was happening, but I think it'll be very good for them to go that route of just muting whoever's not speaking. So that will be a very interesting and welcome change. We'll have to see how that goes and how that performs, but very excited. Also, by the time this video comes out, we're gonna have a new song by Miss Ariana Grande herself. So highly, highly stoked about that one. I'm excited for Positions. Don't know if it's gonna be the name of the album. If it is, great. I will devour her when she gets fully released in literally like a week. She's releasing a song, like, and then she's releasing a week later the whole project. So yes, please. I'm loving that Taylor Swift kind of started this whole thing, at least for this year specifically, where it's like, it's okay to just do these big releases during quarantine. Like, it's gonna do great. Like, just do it. Don't have any fear. Like, just drop the shit. And people are doing it, and I'm, yes, 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 yes. Alrighty, so I took that yellow all the way up to the brow bone there, and I added a little bit more of the green onto the lid. And then I want to go ahead next with, I'm gonna take my finger, just because that's usually what I do for when I'm going to grab a shimmery shade, and we're gonna take a little bit of this shimmer green here on the side, and we're gonna see how that picks up onto the finger. Whoa, it's very crystally, kind of like rocky, if you can see that. But, and it's doing a lot more fallout in the pan, so that will be interesting to see what it looks like when it actually gets put on the eye. but I want to go ahead and at least put it there in the corner. I mean, in the middle. So she's very pretty. I love the way she looks. I did her just down the middle, but I think I'm gonna add her to the rest of it to complete the green part of the eye, at least, with the shimmer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and with the yellow one that's right above it, and also add that to the yellow portion where the brow bone is, and kind of just have those two mix with one another. So it goes from the yellow shimmer down into the green. Also, lots of, like I said with Ariana Grande, lots of new music coming out in this next like 2 weeks, and big announcements. We're getting a whole Shawn Mendes project by December, so that's like wicked exciting. And we're getting a whole documentary about it in November, so that's lit. I'm really excited about all of this, and it's gonna be super fun to like see these projects come to life and like see what's the tea with all of it, you know? So we're going very sparkly, but we did the yellow and then the green, and then green shimmer, and then the yellow shimmer on top. And then underneath the eye, I want to go ahead and take the pink shade, the neon pink shade, and I want to bring her in with everything else that we've got going on here. So going in with the brush on that pink shade, and it already looks like, which I was expecting a little bit, that this is picking up a little bit better than the other ones are. But I'm actually going to switch it over to my smaller brush, since we're going to be going underneath the eye, so that I can pack it on a little bit better without it getting everywhere. Because we don't want it to be too thick. We just want to, you know. Also, I will say that the formula on this is very interesting. It's not as, say, like a creamier, like gliding on well formula as I would say like some other palettes that I've used with, like, say, my Nikki palette or anything from Lunar Beauty or anything like that. However, they're made differently in order to like be able to do the UV stuff, so it's not expected obviously that they're going to be performing the same way that those more dramatic like everyday wear palettes are going to be. So I'm not super mad at it at all. It's just something that to consider and to point out if you're considering going after this and say getting one of these palettes. Alright, so we went ahead and took the pink all the way down the bottom and around to the corner and then up. So it touches that inner corner there like that. And then I want to go ahead and, like I said, with my finger, and I'm going to get a little bit on the tip of my finger of this sparkly pink shade here, and we're going to try to put a little bit of it along the pink that's already there. And then there's this pink shimmer here that has some stars in it, and I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that with my finger, and I'm going to go ahead and place that in the inner corner here. So if you can see there what we did with everything. And now obviously, like in person, just looking at the eye the way that it is, it's going to look a little bit different than when those UV lights are on and you're getting to see the whole dramatic effect. But in luck, I did get some UV light bulbs, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera. We're going to come on back and we're going to see what it looks like under the UV light. And we are back, and the eyes in terms of shadow are done. Now I wanted to come back on camera and we're going to quickly do the mascara with the little mini Milk Makeup Kush mascara that came in the box. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm not really going to do liner today because the eyes are already kind of dramatic with this. I want to get some other UV reflective liners so that it makes this experience even more fun. But for now, we are going to live the no liner fantasy for the moment. So the Milk Makeup mascara, this little mini one, is honestly nice. I really like it. Also, it's smaller, so it's a lot easier for me to use, at least to put on my eyes, because my big thing with the other mascaras is the wand is so big and it's whatever. But this being small and more compact, surprisingly enough, I quite enjoy it. Now to finish out on the face, we're going to go ahead with the stick and put a little bit on the cheeks, and then we're going to go ahead with a beauty blender and just kind of buff it out just a little bit to give us a little bit on the cheeks so we have some action going on there. Alrighty, so we have a very light, subtle blush on the face. Good to go in that regard. And then the last thing we're gonna do is the lips. We're gonna go ahead and take the Urban Decay lipstick in the shade Twitch, and it's the cream formula. And we're gonna go ahead and put that on the lips. Alrighty guys, so I have my black light bulb here. So if we are ready to go ahead and check out the look with the cool UV stuff, then let's do it. So as you guys can see, it came out so cool, and I'm really excited to continue to try out more fun looks with the UV light. And for the first time ever, we're going to end a video in UV, but this was so much fun. But I wanted to thank everybody for watching the video today. As always guys, if you liked what you saw and you want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe down below, and that way I can keep making more content and we can keep having fun and doing more cool things like this. So yeah guys, it was a lot of fun, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.